most wonderful time of the year. We could get a little bit more Christmassy. 1 second. That's a little bit better. If you are like me, then you guys know this is the best time of the year. As somebody whose love language is gift giving, this is the season in which I thrive. So if you are a fellow gift giving lover of giving gifts, or if you are looking for ideas to put on your Christmas wish list, or if you have a significant other or a friend who you want to give some bookish gifts to and you are just stumped, this video is for you. Look no further, worry less. This video is here to save you guys. These ideas are for all of the bookish people in your life, people who love books. That's okay. Anyway, let's put the glass down. I feel like I'm getting like wine ant vibes right now. I don't know how many ideas I have. I will put it up on the screen when I do a final tally of how many ideas I have. But basically, we're going to be going through different categories and stuff of ideas that you can give a bookish person in your life or that you can ask for this Christmas. Let's get right on to it. I wanted to put this video out right now, especially because you guys know like Black Friday's coming up. There's some deals going around, but if you guys want even more deals on top of potential deals that are out there, you guys can totally be using today's sponsor, which is Top Cashback. Hello everybody, welcome to Money Saving Destiny here to tell you about today's sponsor, which is none other than Top Cashback. Holiday season, it's coming up, and we all know that we're trying to get the best deals possible while giving gifts for the people that we love this season, and Top Cashback is here to save you guys. All of the bookish gifts that I'm going to be talking about right now, you guys can be saving money on with using Top Cashback. Top Cashback is an online retailer that is going to help you guys save money, and they offer so many brands on their website. I mean, we're talking Sephora, Nike, UGG, Target, Walmart, literally so many different things. The possibilities are quite literally endless. There's literally over 7,000 retailers on topcashback.com. And the best part is that they offer 100% of commissions back to their customers, so they are consistently featuring higher rates than other competitors. And plus, there's no minimum for your payout. You can literally get your payout whenever you want. You guys can actually get a $10 Top Cashback sign-up bonus. You guys, my subscribers, can get cashback upon spending $25. And just a little heads up, categories for what is available to earn you cashback do change pretty frequently. Not every single thing on the site can earn you cashback, but to view what's currently available, you can always just look it up and see what deals that they have going on. So here I am on Top Cashback. You can see here in the corner that I can see the amount of payout that I have. So for example, if I was wanting to go onto thriftbooks.com, I would just type in thrift books, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to see what they are offering. So right now, Thrift Books looks like they are offering up to 3% cash back. It looks like Book Outlet is offering 5% cash back. Book A Million is offering 3% cash back. All you have to do is just click right here and go to thriftbooks.com, and you're going to see their offers right here. We have a new customer purchase for 3%, an existing customer purchase for 2% cash back. All you have to do is click right here to go to get cash back now, and literally all you have to do is now go to this extension. It's saved in here. All you have to do is just make a purchase on Thrift Books, and it automatically will go to your Top Cashback account. So for example, one of the things that I have my eye on to buy this holiday season is a Throne of Glass box set. So we have one right here on Thrift Books. All I would have to do is add to cart, and you should be able to see the money in your account within 48 hours. So guys, do not forget to sign up for Top Cashback this holiday season. That way you guys can get money back on everything that you are planning to buy. And thank you so much again to Top Cashback for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into some book ideas that you guys can save some money on. Okay guys, let's get straight into the ideas. I have been thinking on this video for literally a month straight now, and I've been trying to articulate in my little brain right here what I feel like would be the ultimate gift giving guide. The first category we kind of have are kind of like personalized small business gifts that you guys can get, because of course, you know, it's the holidays and we always want to be supporting some small businesses out there. First of all, we have bookmarks. Now we can actually get super personal with bookmarks. You guys may be like, oh, a bookmark. Listen, bookmarks Bookmarks for readers are always well appreciated. I know that I love a good cute bookmark, and there's so many different ways that you can personalize a bookmark. There's ones that are like little triangles that you can like just set on the page that are embroidered and super cute and personalized. You can put like your initial on it, or there are ones that literally people sell to be personalized with like a favorite book somebody may have. I have so many different bookmarks that are personalized to books that I love, and I know that when I get those, I am literally over the moon excited and happy about it. There's also just cute ones with like cute little patterns on them. There are little like charmed ones to make it look super cute and personalized, like the charm hangs over it while you're reading the book, which I love those. I'm on the lookout for a bookmark like that for myself. Next up, we have like book stamps or book like embroiders. So there are two different ones. You can either get the book stamp, which is just like you put the ink on it and stamp it, or there's the ones that are like, isn't it? No, it's an I forget the word is escaping me right now, but it's the one that you like actually clamp down and it like goes into the page. I'll put a picture up of the two different ones. I think the stamp one is a little bit less than the like actual like one that you like into your book. So those are like two different price ranges, but I know for someone who maybe like me and you are wanting to build your own library, it's very personal to be able to like personalize the inside of your books, and it says like property of or from the library of, and it is just a very cute gift that I feel like a bookish person would absolutely love to receive. Next up, my personal favorite and something that I buy so much of, which are bookish stickers. Listen, you can literally go and just look it up, and they are everywhere. For literally pretty much any series you can find a book sticker for, and the best part about them is they are very like inexpensive gifts that I feel like somebody would just absolutely love. Next up, we have some bookish totes. There are so many different bookish totes. I've seen so many adorable ones out there, whether it's just like based off of your favorite series with art on them. I've literally seen one that is the whole entire Throne of Glass series. Like, people are getting creative with their designs out here, and you guys know, for the bookish people in your life, a tote is literally essential. A trip to the bookstore, need a tote. Going literally anywhere, need a tote. We also have some bookish cups. Now, I've literally seen people do like Stanley cups that are like engraved, like lasered engraved, and it says like Valeris on it. So amazing. There's also the little glass coffee cups, which I think are so cute because I feel like it goes hand in hand. Bookish people, coffee, matcha, whatever it may be. So these little cups that have like little either bookish sayings, or they are like personalized to a specific series or personalized to themselves. I feel like it's such a cute thing when you're just like sitting back, relaxing and reading, and then you have your little bookish cup, you have your book, you're all set up. For the next few ideas, I'm going to give you guys some ideas to kind of set the vibe and the mood of what a book reader usually loves. So imagine sitting back, relaxing. A bookish candle. That is the first idea that we have. There are some out there that just have like a specific scent to like a specific book series or like a specific book character. Or one of my favorites is this one right here. This is actually from Homesick. This one says book club on it. Like, that's adorable, but it's just a nice personalized thing to light up with the ambiance and having the scent, and also having your bookish cup, but also to have right by your bedside for, you know, if you need to get up, go to the bathroom, go eat, or just go up to take a break. These little like book stands, some even have like a place for a cup holder, some even have like a book light in them, and then you just set your book on it and you just set it, you know, you guys see the picture. It's just where it can keep your place. You know, if you guys know, you know, like the bookish people in your life will quite literally use a bookmark for anything. I have used literally so many different things. So one thing that bookish people do is just kind of leave their book anywhere kind of sat open. That way the page is saved. So one, going back to the first idea, having a bookmark is pretty beneficial, but when we don't have a bookmark around us, we like to just sit it on something. So a book stand is actually really nice to have just right next to you while you're reading. The next one is something that I actually really want and that I'm asking for personally for Christmas, and that is a book sleeve. This is really good for the people who are on the go readers, or, you know, if you're going somewhere and packing a book up with you. These are actually something that I think is like a genius invention. So essentially it is just a sleeve. There are some that are like crocheted, there are some that are little just sleeves, and you put your book inside of it, and you close the little latch on it. And so when you put it in a tote bag, a suitcase, a bag of any sort when you're taking books with you, it protects them that way, you know. I feel like we've all been there when you put a book in a tote, a bag of some sort, and then you take it out and it's all bent up at the corners, where it's literally the cover is just bent in half because everything's rumbling around in your bag and you didn't realize that the book was getting all crumbled up. These protect from that, and they're just really cute to like put around. Like, imagine just having a tote and taking this out, and it's just very cute. We're kind of starting to get into some other ideas. Some may be ranging more in price. The first thing that you can do, you can actually look this up and people do sell them, or you can make them yourselves and personalize them. I personally love this idea, and I always look up ideas on Pinterest because people put them together so beautifully on Pinterest, and that is like a blind date with a book box, or just like a blind date with a book. I have seen people do it in so many different cute ways. I'm going to have them up on the screen for some examples for you guys. I feel like this is so cute, and as a reader, it is just such a fun thing to be handed like a blind date with a book, and you put a little description, very, very vague on the front. That way they're kind of guessing, and you can box it really cute. Another thing for somebody who you know loves to do decorative things to their bookshelves, or just loves to add a little oomph to their bookshelves, is a book nook. I have been looking into these because people are so talented in making these. I could never, but there are these little things where you just put them like on the end of your bookshelves, or just in the middle of your bookshelves, and it looks like a whole entire world. Like you just look into it and it's a whole entire world. I think that this idea is a home run because you guys know Christmas is at the end of the year, so we all kind of, as we go into 2024 and it's the end of the year, we're all setting new reading goals, or we're kind of like resetting our different type of journals. So getting a new reading journal, there are a bunch out there, or there's just even like the little bullet journals if you want to create your own journal. I am actually thinking about creating my own. I think it's very therapeutic to kind of sit down and take some time and just make some spreads for your reading journal and just fill out your thoughts, and it's a nice way to get some journaling done if you're not into like journaling for yourself, but journaling for your reading. Personally, I love to journal about my reading. I don't like to journal about my thoughts because those are... So I think a reading journal is a great gift, especially since, again, we're at the end of the year. Next up, this is something that at the very beginning of the year I learned existed because I went to a small bookstore and I found some Bookish pins, and I have like my favorite Bookish tote that has all of my Bookish pins, and I just want more. Like I just want to put Bookish pins on everything because they are so cute. Next up, this is something that I feel like is a really, really nice one, and this is like a book subscription box. There are a bunch of different book subscription boxes out there. Fairy Loot, there's like Owl Crate, there's so many different ones out there. Next up, I have a book basket. Now this is, again, if you kind of want to get a little crafty, a little personal with your gift, and you want to give somebody specific books that they are into, but you want to make it look really cute, you can give them a book basket. And kind of adding on to the previous idea, if you want to do the blind date with a book, you can do a blind date with a book basket, where I've seen people do the same thing, where it's either a blind date with a book or a regular book, and you put like annotation supplies in it, which is also another great gift, like tabs, highlighters, pins, all of the different things that readers just love to have. For example, if I were putting together a book basket, I would have somebody's book basket, and I would have maybe some pins, highlighters, post-its, annotating things, some little snacks. You just like to sit down with a book, a drink, and a snack, so you could put some of those things in there to make it very personal to them. I think that this is a very, very cute idea, and I'm actually planning on sending some Bookish gifts out this year, and this is something that I've been using for some inspiration. We're kind of getting into some Bookish merch here for a second because I want to shout out my just absolute favorite like Bookish places. First of all, if there are people who like to put like art prints on their wall, the Literary Loft is my favorite place. I am constantly checking that store to see if they have any more art prints because I'm pretty sure I basically own almost every single art print that is on that website. When you guys see the kind of Bookish prints that are on my walls, it is always from the Literary Loft. I love that shop so much because also it's just really cute pictures to look at, and if you haven't read the book then you wouldn't know that it's from a book, but it's one of those things that when you know, you know, because a lot of you comment, you guys will be like, where's that Love and Other Words poster from? And I'm like, it's just stuff like that, like when you know what the book is about and when you've read the book that you guys know, and I think that that's something that's so cool. It's like a reading community to have. Another thing about Bookish merch are shirts, sweatshirts. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't heard of Threaded by Sabrina yet, what are you guys doing? Actually, she makes the best and cutest book merch, and it's one of those things, whenever I'm wearing the like embroidered, very cute Bookish merch, it's always from her. There's so many different ones. Oh my gosh, her shop is an absolute dream. The next thing that you can do, maybe give this as a Christmas present, but an early Christmas present, is a book advent calendar. So if you guys don't know what this is essentially when you wrap up a book. I think most people do like the 12-day advent calendar. I've seen some 24 ones. This is a good thing, guys. If you are looking for gifts for your significant other, I have seen this do very, very well. You buy however amount, whether that's 12 or that's 24 if you're getting that ambitious, and you basically wrap them and you number them. So every single day. So on the first day, they unbox the first book, and then on the second day, they unbox the number 2 book. You guys know how an advent calendar works. You basically do that, but with books. And I feel like this is a very fun gift if you want to give it on the 1st of December, but it lasts the whole entire month. This one can get a little bit pricey, but I will tell you guys that if you are wanting to ask for this or get this as like a big gift for somebody, for a book person, this will go over extremely well. And that is a special edition of their favorite book. Whether this is like somebody selling sprayed edges, or if this is like an owl crate or a luma crate or something that came out and they didn't get their hands on a specific special edition of a book that you know that they do not stop talking about, I'm telling you, look it up. There are special editions out there that somebody has made of the book. This is just an absolutely amazing gift. I feel like this is like a go-to book person thing if they don't have this already, and that is a TBR cart. I have had my TBR cart, well, since I was in high school, because it used to be like my arts cart, and then I just turned it into like a book cart one day. TBR cart is when you have this specific cart. I have had mine forever, and people just like either put their TBR books on it or they just put their books on it, and it's a very aesthetic way to kind of like look at all of the books that you need to read. I got mine from IKEA. I'm pretty sure you can get it from basically anywhere now. I know that like Target, Walmart and stuff sell it. Amazon, you can literally get it from pretty much anywhere. There's different colors, variations, everything, and this is something that I know a book lover would appreciate. Next up, this one is another really good option. This is a book light. Listen, for those of you who love to read in bed, like me, I'm literally always reading in bed, even though I'm always falling asleep when I'm reading in bed. A book light is a game, it's a game changer, because you literally just clip it on, and if you have somebody that may be like laying in bed with you, or if you do want your room dark but you really want to read your book, it is just a nice thing for every reader to have a book light. Now this one, I'm telling you guys, I recommend, if anybody has ever asked me the question, do you recommend to get an e-reader? 1000%. I have been using my Kindle like no other. I have actually been preferring to like read books on my Kindle. I check now every single time that I'm going to read a book if it's on Kindle Unlimited. If it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'm reading it on Kindle Unlimited, and my Kindle is going everywhere with me. I think that a Kindle is a perfect gift to give or ask for if you have a reader in your life, or if you are a reader to ask for a Kindle. I think it is a game changer to go with a Kindle. Again, we already talked about the Bookish stickers, but if you guys don't know, a lot of people put like stickers in a clear case. So get a clear case, some stickers, and a pop socket if you're going to get or give a Kindle. Literally, if you're going to give a Kindle, clear case, stickers, and a pop socket, I think that I would like fall over. This one that I feel like is also important for a reader, and that is a nice water bottle, okay? Listen, we will sit for hours at a time and forget that reality exists, so you need to make sure that you're hydrated, okay? Whatever water bottle suits your interests, whatever water bottle will help you get some water intake, you need to get or ask for. This last idea that I have is definitely more on the pricier side. This could be like the gift that you ask for, and that is a nice reading chair. I have mine. I got this for my birthday one year. I'm pretty sure you can find chairs like this on Amazon. I have seen some amazing reading chairs. Any reading chair that you have seen that you really want, I feel like is a staple, because again, I've talked about this before, but reading in your bed, completely fine. I do it all the time, but I like to sit like other places and read. That way I can really like focus on the book and be in a different element, because when I'm in my bed, I just want to sleep. But this is something that if you have been wanting a reading chair to kind of put in an area for a really long time, I would 100% recommend asking for Christmas or getting somebody for Christmas, because it is one of the best things that you can have as a reader. Now that we have talked about the ideas, I want to tell you guys some of my favorite books. Maybe if you are watching this and need some inspo for books to ask for, or if you are somebody that is trying to buy books for a bookish person in your life, here are some, and I will break them down into categories of what I feel like is a good starter pack or just a good selection of books to choose from. First off, I feel like somebody underrated who is not talked about enough that I feel like is great if you know somebody who is a romance reader. I would 100% recommend any of Abby Jimenez's books. I'm holding them up all right here. Literally every single book that she has ever read. Written. On that same note, we have some Sarah Adams books. These are great for the readers who want a cute little fun, easy romance book and also like to enjoy books with no spice in them. These are great. They make like butterflies in your stomach, and they're just so cute. Another author that I absolutely love and always recommend any of her books is Allie Hazelwood. I don't know, these books are just the equivalent of like strawberry lemonade to me. They're just so sweet. You can have so many of them in a row and you don't even notice the stomach ache afterwards. One of my favorite authors ever that I always recommend any of her books is definitely Emily Henry. Henry. Listen, I love Emily Henry's books. If you know somebody that loves romance but also loves a little bit of fiction thrown in, I would recommend Emily Henry because she is definitely a romance author but always has a very strong subplot within all of her books. And my favorite book ever by Emily Henry is between these two. I literally can't pick between them because I love them both so much, and that is Beach Read and then her newest release, which is Happy Place. Step, I'm not gonna, since we have this right here, these are all of my Lauren Asher books. I recommend Lauren Asher for anybody who wants a little bit more of a romance. Dirty Air series, this is F1, okay? And then we have the Dreamland Billionaire series, which is about billionaires, okay? Next up, we have Lucy Score. These are probably for your more spicy romance readers. If you guys haven't picked up a Lucy Score book yet, you need to. This is my favorite Lucy Score book ever. This is actually a 5-star read. This is by a thread by Lucy Score, but one of the other popular series that I actually really like as well is the Knock 'Em Out series. These are the 3 books in them. Another series that I absolutely love and really recommend is the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. If you want to get into cowboy romance, or you know somebody who loves cowboy romances, here this is. And then also up here, if you guys want to change their life with the series, we have the Addicted Calloway Sister series. Is all 5 of the Addicted books and all 4 of the Calloway books. Change their life and get them that series because my life has never been the same since I've read that. I also have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. One of my first true loves in a book is this book. That's about it for the romance books. So let's go into my favorite fantasy books, obviously. If you want to genuinely change somebody's whole entire trajectory of their life, ACOTAR and Throne of Glass and Crescent City. And that is exactly how I would recommend you read them. ACOTAR, then Throne of Glass, and Crescent City. Listen, I think between all of those books, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that's the number. 15. It's a 15 book series. If you want to change the trajectory of their life or your life, there's that. Obviously, recommend those to my last breath. We have the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I recently just read the last book in this. This trilogy is amazing for somebody wanting to get into fantasy, dip their toe into fantasy. I say this because there's not really any world building. It's just like reading a fairy tale. It's very fairy tale-esque. Imagine Alice in Wonderland. It's very easy to understand. The magic is very fairy tale-esque. Then we have the Six of Crows duology. This one is kind of like about a group of friends who are like a band of thieves, and they pull off these like heists, and it has a TV show to go with it. So I always like to recommend books that either have like a movie or TV show to go with it. That way you can get into that. Again, we have the Shatter Me series. This is another one that I feel like is very beginner friendly because it's very dystopian, and I feel like dystopian worlds are easier to get into than very like fantasy worlds. This one is very much dystopian, and people fall in love with the guy in this book, and so if you want to give them an unhealthy attachment to fictional characters, I would recommend the Shatter Me series. Okay, let's talk about some thrillers. First of all, we have No Exit by Taylor Adams. I always think it's so funny that I own just like the littlest copy of this book. I also think that this is a great like wintry read because the backdrop of this is about a girl who gets stuck in a blizzard, so she kind of has to stop off at this rest stop to try to let the storm pass, where she sees that a little girl is kidnapped and trapped in a van, and there's like a bunch of strangers that are in this rest stop with her, and she's trying to low-key figure out who has this girl trapped in their van and how to save her and get away from everybody. Amazing thrillers. Genuinely, I have loved every single one of their thrillers. This one's great, as well as The Last Word. These are both 5-star thrillers for me. I feel like if there's one thing that this man knows how to do is to write a thrilling novel. He just gets it, and The Last Word is absolutely amazing. One of my favorite thrillers that I've ever read. This one is about a girl who is in this quiet beach town. She's watching over this house, and she reads this book, and she leaves a 1-star review, and then the author starts stalking her and coming after her, and it kind of just spans in one night. Another one that I feel like is kind of dark and twisty and kind of more in like your mind and thinking like what's true, what's not, is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. It pretty much is just kind of what this title is. None of this is true. You are questioning the entire time. Then we have some Riley Sager books. I think that these are my top 3 faves from Riley Sager. So we have Final Girls. This one definitely, if you're a fan of like Scream, this one's really good. This is about a group of final girls who are infamous for being the final girl of like a very big murder, and somebody starts coming after all of these like famous final girls. But this is my favorite Riley Sager novel, and this is The House Across the Lake. This book is really, really good. You kind of also have this thought in your head of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? You're on your edge of your seat. These are the two books and I loved both of these. If you guys are liking like a dark academia, kind of like Greek mythology, this one's really good. This one takes place at a prestigious college and basically there is to believe that this professor is like killing this like group of girls that's just like obsessed with him. And then we have The Silent Patient. If you haven't read The Silent Patient yet, I don't know what, but you need to read it. This one is very, very good. It's about a psychologist who is basically studying this woman who has not spoken a word to literally a single soul after she murdered her husband. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is another 5-star thriller from me. This one just kind of every single chapter ends on a cliffhanger and you're always wondering like what's going to happen next and how the story is going to unravel. So let's talk about some just literary fiction books. First of all, we have Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. This book took the world by storm this year, and if you guys have not yet read this book, you need to. This is a book that I honestly didn't know how I was going to feel about it at first. I read this at the beginning of the year, and I kid you not, there is not, like, I think about this so many times a month, every single month. This is just a book that has genuinely impacted me. Also, one of my favorite literary fiction books ever is Kristen Hanna's Firefly Lane. That is a book that has genuinely impacted me. It is a story of friendship that spans over so many years, and I feel like it is the most real depiction of friendship aside from Happy Place that I have seen in a book. Like, it is just so raw and real, and I feel like everybody can connect. If you've ever had like a very, very close best friend in your life, I feel like everybody can relate to that book. Kind of on that same note, we have Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. This is kind of the same thing. It follows like two friends throughout their whole entire life who spend these summers together and spend these years together. We also have Mary Jane, which is kind of like a coming of age novel set in the 70s, which was so good. The last genre that I'm going to recommend you guys is the YA genre. I always feel like the first thing that I recommend in YA are series that I love, which is The Summer I Turned Pretty. Get it, read it. There's also the Inheritance Games trilogy, which is just so good. Those books are such fast reads. It's kind of crazy. The Natural series, which is about a bunch of kids who work with the FBI because they have these like, you kind of call them like powers, but they're just like one person's really good at reading emotions, or if somebody's lying, another person's really good at like equations and math and like all of these different things. And it literally, if you guys love the show Criminal Minds, that is the YA version. It is so good. The book that's going to break your heart but is so good is If He Had Been With Me, and the sequel to that book, which is not really a sequel, it's just like the book from the guy's point of view, is coming out next year in February, so you guys need to read that before then. There's also Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This, I actually really want to reread this book because the more I think about it, just the more that I just really loved it, because it's like reading a rom-com. It is so good, and it like talks about so many different rom-coms. That book is just so sweet. Those are all of the books that I recommend and all of the gift ideas that I have to recommend. I hope you guys got some really good takeaways from this video. I feel like this is the time for this video to come out because I feel like everybody's starting to Christmas shop. I feel like it's just that time of year. So hopefully you guys got something good from today's video. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that you guys know how to do. Don't forget to shop with Top Cashback. And thank you so much again to Top Cashback for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching today's video. And I hope you guys are all going to have the merriest of Christmases. Give gifts. Have so much fun. I love y'all, and I will see you guys when I see ya. Peace.